Hi, this is John Doe, aka Frags with the DNB Academy, and welcome to another sound recreation video. For this one, I decided to bring this awesome tune by Skylark and Ground called Cobalt. It is pretty much like a year old, but it is awesome. And on this one, we're not going to cover the bass, which is a really sweet sounding reese. We got to go into the synth itself. All right, so let's take a listen to the original first, and then I'm going to show you our recreation, and then we're going to go deeper into the patch itself. All right, so let's go. So yeah, guys, this is it. Now I'm gonna just turn on this EQ. So we remove a bit of the mids, so our synth can shine a bit better, and this is what we came up with. Let me solo. So yeah, this is it. Let's flip the screen and get into Serum. All right. Now that we got our MIDI laid down on our Serum track, this is what we got by default. So yeah, just the MIDI itself doesn't sound bad actually, because this sound isn't complex, all right? It's based on the fundamentals and how to treat them. So for starters, we're gonna go with a saw wave, all right? The default wave table here on Serum, and we need to shape it first. All right, so first things first is turning on our filter. It's going to be a low pass. We can go either 12 or 18, all right? And we're going to assign our first envelope here. So we're going to put this into the envelope mode. And we're going to draw something like this for now. And then we're going to tweak it, right? So let's just send this here, polar mode. We need to find the sweet spot, all right? We don't want this to be clicky, you know, like this. We want this to have a sort of like a swipe effect, but we want some sustain. But then it needs to duck down quite fast. Right, the filter, this is where things need to be quite like fine-tuned so we can match it to the original. You can take a listen. Yeah, it's pretty much this, all right? Now, after we got our shape pretty much done in this particular part, we just gonna add a bit more to our saw wave. So I'm gonna put this on bend, all right? So we can get a bit more of crunch, you see? We lose a bit of the lows, but we don't want them anyway, so it just gets a bit more interesting in my opinion, all right? Let's also put the volume louder here, okay? And within the patch itself, it's pretty much there. We need to flip our screen to the FX tab to add a few things there, all right? Okay, so distortion, it's the first thing. So we also gonna apply this. So we don't want like super R distortion on this one, just a tiny bit. Cool. We're gonna add a bit of chorus, because we obviously just using one voice. We wanna widen this up a bit, but not interfere with our low end. Cool. Now we're going to put a compressor after it, right? Just dimming down the tops a bit and bringing up these mids. Can actually increase the threshold. Put the mix 60, something like this, should be fine. Now let's get some EQ going, because we want to boost some of these frequencies, but also we want to keep them in the rhythm, you know, so I'm going to apply this to the gain here. We're going to set this frequency like around here, but we want this on polar mode. Just a little bit bigger, somewhere around here. here, like 700, I mean, sorry. So kind of pick up these frequencies. Yeah, pretty good. Now let's get some delay in the mix, but we want this to be kind of not the classic sort of delay effect. We're gonna link these, gonna make these like fast, and use the filter here. So it gives us like pretty much just like a texture instead of actual like obvious delay. Right, cool. And now just to wrap this up, we're gonna add a bit of reverb within Serum to actually get closer to what we hear on the original. So let's also apply this to the mix so it feels a bit more natural. Less on the size and decay. Spin depth 0. Can increase this a bit. Now let's bump up our master a little bit so we can get like louder. All right, we're pretty much there, guys. So after this step, we kind of need to go back to our original patch here and just, you know, fit this, because obviously this is a recreation video, but this sound can be used in so many other things. So it's just a matter of like tweaking the shape of your envelope and adjusting it to the filter so you can get like cool results out of this one without actually sounding to the one by Skylark and Ground. Like, these automations to do with a later stage, like this. This is the part where if you want to really match it to Grounds and Skylarks, we need to kind of make this shorter. I think we're there. It's something like this, okay? So this would be the patch itself. Okay, now let's just go into our effects tab on Serum, outside of Serum I mean, on Ableton, and add a little bit of EQ. So we got Pro Q here, and we're gonna do some dynamic EQing just to wrap up the sound. As you see, first want to take off this low end information we got here, and then we want to boost some of these, but in a dynamic way. So we're gonna add a band here, all right? We're gonna make it something like this, and we're gonna make dynamic here. We're gonna boost this and tame it a bit. We're gonna put our threshold in manual mode, right? So we can choose what we want to actually, the pace of our dynamic band. All right, and also I'm gonna give a bit more width around the tops. So choose this as a side band. Just increasing a bit of the stereo, and I think we got it, guys. It's just a matter of then doing some automation, you know? You could apply a macro to the filter and do the obvious one. So yeah, let's just hear if this sounds any good on top of the original. All right, guys? This is it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.